Hello YouTube. This is my second update for this RX7. Basically, I just finished the intercooler kit. I think it turned out pretty well. I did cut two 3-inch holes. There's one there. I used a anti-rust sealant, prevent any rusting. Just happy to have a filter on finally. I just didn't like the idea of running without one. I did get to delete the AC and power steering lines a little further. I did reroute some things, like this coil pack I had to slightly alter to fit underneath there. Tied down the battery, so it's actually sturdy now. The car does have some idling issues. It's a little rough at idle. Something I still got to work through a little bit. What else? Oh, so earlier in some of my other videos I explained that the mod level didn't really make sense. There was no piggybacks on this car, no fuel cut defender, and so I was kind of left confused. Supposedly it had a hybrid turbo, you know, it had an intercooler kit and a bunch of other mods, obviously some aftermarket injectors in there. So I was just kind of confused about where it was at. It even had a street port, supposedly. So, didn't really add up. Normally, a car at that level would have a what's called a fuel cut defender, which I believe is normally located right here. And basically, anytime a car doesn't have that and it goes above stock boost by 1 psi, it will hit fuel cut, and the fuel will be cut, basically. And since it didn't have that, that didn't really make sense to me. Like, why all the mods without any piggybacks or anything like a fuel cut defender? So I was researching the forums, kind of trying to figure out why, how, you know, etc. And I was on RX7 Club, and I came across a post about something called RTech. It's an ECU mod, and basically fuel cut defender is one of the mods included with this ECU mod. There's basically 7 features. That's one of them. It allows you to run bigger injectors, which again, aftermarket injectors. And so I decided to look into it. Basically, you just kind of have to, you know, check your ECU. So the ECU is located in the passenger side below that floor mat, and I did take it out, and sure enough, RTech. I believe it's 1.7, something I'll have to look into. It did have 720cc written on the ECU, and it did have RTech on there, but the version was a little smudged, so not 100% sure, but I think it was 1.7. Based on the mods, that would make the most sense. So anyway, that explains a lot. Like why this car is where it is and how it was running this way. So, kind of, you know, putting the pieces together. Like I said, coming into this project, I would say half blind, very limited knowledge on the car's history, the mods, you know, and rotaries in general. So, the idle is a little rough, something I'm still working on. I did reroute the throttle cable a little bit and mess with that. It looks a lot better routed in the back like that. So plans so far, well, basically my next steps, again, manual rack, an air fuel controller, and 3 would be a wideband, as well as all the maintenance required. But if I can just make it through the summer with this car, I'd be very happy, you know, without having to rebuild the motor or just put it away right away. I do have a backup car, but I'm pretty excited about this. Speaking of the stuff that I deleted, I did add it all up, and I got a box full of parts over here. Excuse the mess. So this weighed roughly 17 pounds. Of just parts that weren't hooked up to anything. The washer fluid was actually full, and again, not hooked up. So that was about 7 pounds of liquid alone. So if you add all that up, it's about 24 pounds, give or take, of weight that I just took off that was just doing nothing. Literally, like I said, these power steering lines were just flopping around in the engine bay. So a lot of weight savings there. So anyway, that's my update for today. Anyway, I won't probably be doing too much more this summer, but maybe my next drive will be with the camera on. Last time I rode in it, it actually felt very nice, especially when it hit boost. You know, nice considering it's got no power steering, etc., and rattly. But still, very fun. I look forward to driving it. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.